books to refer to or share it with a partner. And so you need to look at both the listing and then the description of it. Now, there's two ways in which, several ways actually, but the way I'm just going to demonstrate on the bladder channel. You know where the bladder channel is? 2 inches, 1 inch and 2 inches from the spine. And do not hit the spine. Don't even let your finger flick on the spine, okay? Stay away from it because all it needs is a little energy flick and you might get a spasm in the spine. So we want to prevent that. You all heard that, right? You all heard that? Yes. Do not let your finger get close to the spine. Not even that energy flicking there that goes to the spine. Because the energy is very powerful. Even a small energy, it can trigger a spasm in the spine. So you've got to know, find where the spine is on the individual. Some people may have scoliosis, but we have remedied scoliosis just like that with the massage without any intention. Because even that initial stretching, some people have lost their scoliosis. It's that powerful. You know what scoliosis is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look up, Wendy.
I am awake.
Huh?
I am awake. It's just that my whole body feels heavy.
Yeah, you need to sit up straight though and get oxygen. Okay? All right, give her an energy on the bladder, not on the spinal column. Okay? Come on, who knows how to do this? You were taught that the very first. Bend over and tap on the
bladder channel.
Bladder channel.
Bend over.
Just hang over.
Hang like this.
Head hanging.
Okay.
Anybody
Now
else
relax.
feeling sleepy?
Let go.
Okay.
Relax.
Hang
Like
over
you're
and get
a little rag doll. Put your head down. Let your head go. Okay.
hang your head, Wendy.
Let go.
Yes. All right. Who needs to get a tap? So do it on your partner. Okay. Do it on your. I don't want anybody sleeping here.
Yeah.
Okay. He's down at the top of the head. And that's a fast way to up it.
You need more water?
And also the top of the shoulder too. Okay? Like this. Here with them. Right over to the shoulder, Carl. Right to the shoulder. That's it. Okay. Remember, no spine. Okay.
Tap me.
Are you awake?
Could feel the energy lifted here.
Just it, yes. These are simple wake uppers. Okay? Yeah. All right. So, yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Chow.
Welcome. If you see someone asleep, go and whack them. Not whack them. Give them a love tap. Okay? All right. There's two ways or several ways you can proceed. One is down from the center line, and you work down this way to the buttocks, and then go outside like this, and then outside like this. And the hand methods I'm going to show you. All right? Or you can do it this way, inside and back in. The light one, you never go back in because it's a sedating. On the heavier ones, you go back and forth. Go out to the side and then come back. Okay? Or if you're going down, you go down, down, and then you come back. It is a heavier stimulating. But for the light touch and you want to sedate, you only go one way, one way, one way, and don't miss like this, you know. And it makes people feel like you're in a hurry. You don't feel good. So go right at the other. Just like I told you to brush, and it's not like that. It's like this halfway and half a hand. And so you go right where you had done the next one. All right? Now this way. So then you cover the whole body all the way down to the toes. And then do the arms. Do the arms this way too as well. I'm not giving you any particular hand method right now. I'm showing you direction. Understand? Okay?
Do you, if you feel like your upper back is heavier, do you go over it only one time and let it pass, or do you brush it a couple more times more? Or just the technique?
You can work it as you feel. Okay? And if you want to do it more, you know, then you do it, but you don't keep doing this part, keep doing this part. I want you to work it all the way down, because by the time you work down here, you won't have relieved up here possibly. It isn't always working at the area that's the problem, that you think is the problem. It's working with the whole body to balance the whole body out. Okay? So this why I'm saying you don't have to focus on one part. Then, if you go through the whole body, and then they say, oh, I still feel some here. Then you go back and work on that part a little bit more. Okay? Or this part a little more. Okay? So I'm going to show you techniques from light to heavy. Any other questions? Okay. So the first one, now remember you can work down this way, and back up if it's heavier, or you can work this way, one way if it's light, and back if it's heavier. Okay? All right. So, and you should have the table so that I'm not reaching up like this for a show, because I need to have my body work with the body, with the hand coming down, not me. This is too high, and you don't want to be too low so that you're bending over. Well, this is for me. It's just right. I sort of like this table is right at my perineum here, and then with the body that high, it's just right for me. Okay. All right, finger flick. I need to be precise because some of them may resemble the other, and if you don't make it precise, then it's one kind of rolling into the other. Finger flick. You can do it this way, or you can do it this way. Depending on your body, you can turn your body. And some people may find it easier to just do it this way. Do it out. And it's finger flick like this. It's just a fingertip right here, the fingertip. But you just lightly let it fall. Just lightly let it fall. But do not curve your hand so that you're getting the side of your finger. This is the fingertips. All right, finger flick. And so it's light, so we start from the inner to the outer. It's always alternating, except where we state that is, it's going to be both hands alternating. Alternating. That's right. Unless we stipulate there's two hands together. This two hands together feels really odd because you're going there and out, right? And you're disconnecting. This way you're still connecting as you are moving up. Okay.
You know what?
And I prefer this way if I'm going to work with my fingers this way. For me, I prefer this way, but some of you may prefer this way. Okay, or the other hand going down like this. I prefer both fingers turning in and working like this. And Gabriella can feedback anytime she feels like as to what it feels like, so you get an idea. You folks get to feel an idea.
Feels lovely.
It feels lovely. Lovely to look at and lovely to feel.
Well, would you do one at a time or you do both at a time?
Beg your pardon?
Can I do one at a time?
No, both. No, both.
Because if you do one hand, the other hand takes away energy. So you do two hands so that you have a circle of energy moving out and back through to the body. Okay? And just like the chi pressure, I said never just use one and your hand is here. If you don't use both hands, then place your hand so that your cycle returns back. Otherwise you're draining the person. Okay? All this runs through all my teaching. So it isn't just a theory for that hand technique. Okay, so that this is why this. See, if I do this, I lift and I don't have contact, and it feels jarring in a way, even though it's a light touch like this. Okay.
So it kind of feels like brushing, very light brushing. That as it goes on my body, I can feel sort of breathing softer into the touch.
And your wrist should be loose, and we're going to do some wrist work before you practice into this. All right, and so now tell us what you feel with this versus what I was doing.
No, it's not. It doesn't even feel good to me.
I don't like that.
So this one then.
Yeah.
So you're keeping the contact and keeping the flow of the chi. All right, so I'm not going to flow. I'm just going to demonstrate enough for the chi to feedback how she feels to you. Because if I do the whole thing, but this one I'll do the whole thing. And you see I go right to the crest of the buttocks and everything and right out. And right through the hole. And right down to the side. Right. So now I'm just going to demonstrate going down the bladder channel. Okay? So I went down, and I'm just going to go down through the bladder channel here to quicken that demonstration. Because I rather have time to practice. I don't need to demonstrate that. No, not this way. This way. Fingertip. Yes, you have to stand up and get your fingertips are touching. Okay? And so you want to go down, and when there's bone, you go lighter. If it's a heavier foot, and then go down, and you can flip on the kidney point, you know, a lot more heavy. Okay? But not the side of the finger, the fingertip. Even if you're doing heavy, it's still the fingertip. The fingertip, not this. That's another hand. That's another hand, okay? All right. And so remember to keep your touch. And coming back here, if you're not moving, to keep the touch. All right, and the next one is the hand flip. Is that right?
Hand flip. Yes.
Right. The hand flip? Oh, let me have you use your wrist. Your wrist has to be loose. So just let your wrist loose like this. Okay? Just let it hang loose. All right. And flick over any way, any which way. So your hand should be just going any which way. Okay? And then take your whole body and move, and your wrist moves, and just shake your body and let your hands. Oh, that's right. Okay? And your arms move here like this. That's it. That's it. Okay. Now stop and feel what your arm feels like.
Light.
That's right. Okay? And so, all right. So that's how, with this, the finger flick is your wrist that moves. Okay? The wrist that moves. So you need to do some wrist movements and just shake this loose. That's it. Okay? So the hand slap, hand flick is the back of your hand. It's like a ping pong bat. But you move the wrist and your hand is straight. No, not like this. Stiff like this. No, not like this. Your fingers do not curl up. Your hand is like a ping pong bat.
That's going a billion.
No, you're going this. The whole thing. Just at the wrist. Turn the wrist up. Just is the wrist here, and this is flat. Okay? There, okay. And do not try and go fast. Just get the rhythmic first. And try to keep your hand facing the same direction, whatever you're doing. And down here. Right. And again, you keep your hands on the person. Or you can do it this way, remember? Okay? Like this. It is easier for you. Or if you want to do it this way.
Ha ha ha.